Everything you've been told about the world is a lie. And the reason I'm telling you this consistently over the last couple days is because people forget. People forget. You'll finish the stream, you'll go back to doing the same exact thing, the same way that you were doing the thing before, and nothing will change. But in order to have a different world, in order to have a different life, you must become a different person. Many of you guys are familiar with a film. It's called The Matrix. And The Matrix has a scene called The Woman in the Red Dress. And the woman in the red dress is the illusion. It's the thing that grasps you deep, that holds you, enslaves you, that makes you turn your head. But the woman in the red dress is against you. The woman in the red dress is part of the system.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And
your family, your parents, your school teachers, the people that make fun of you, the people that are always criticizing you, they're not ready to be unplugged. They're not ready to be woken up. They're not ready to see the truth. So don't be discouraged. Don't feel like you're fighting against the world. There's other people like us.
And that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
They'll fight to protect everything in the system.
Protect it.
They'll protect the system and they don't even know why they'll protect it. They'll protect the shadows on the
You're
wall.
looking at the woman in the red dress.
And the moment you realize it, boom, baby. You got to be focused. You have to live a life of focus. A life where you're truly in charge. And you can't be in charge unless you're awake. And we understand this. It's very interesting. I was on Twitter and I had somebody send me this video, which is CBDCs. For people that don't know what CBDCs are, they are central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies are going to be digital currencies that the government owns in the federal, excuse me, not the government, let me rephrase that, the Federal Reserve and central banking systems. And these are programmable tokens. What is a programmable token? A programmable token is a token that they can manipulate in and out. And basically what he continues to say is, with CBDCs, central bank digital currency, central banks will have the absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of expression of the central bank liability, and also will have the technology to enforce it. So what does this mean? This means if these guys don't want you to spend their money, and this is coming, guys, you saw the revolution with Bitcoin, and the system realized maybe we can appropriate the same technology, just like they appropriate every technology, and continue enslaving humanity. This guy right here is the head of the Bank of International Settlements, one of the most powerful men in the world. And this is what he says.
Analysis on CBDC in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash. And there is a huge difference there.
So they want to create this product, this fake money that they can control. What happens when you misbehave? What happens when you go on YouTube and you say the wrong thing? Well, they can freeze your money. Well, if they don't want you to spend money on meat, they want you to spend money on vegan soy boy bullshit, well, they can just deprogram the money from being spent on meat. This is what they're trying to do.
Hey everyone, quick announcement. Ecom Society is finally live. As you guys know, e-commerce is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. When I got started in 2017 making money through e-commerce, it was a little bit taboo. It was a little bit weird. Nowadays, 2025, Shopify, having your own little store on the internet, making an extra $20,000, $30,000 online is real. I've decided to aggregate all of the best people that I know, whether it's TikTok shops, Google ads, Amazon FBA, Facebook ads, into one location with AI tools, product research tools, winning store methodologies, a good community, and all the necessary resources that you have and need to succeed in e-commerce. The opportunity is real. This Web 2 movement of people making money online is not going away. You have to realize that times are changing and you need to adapt. So all you need to do, click the link below. I'll see you inside.
For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today.
They want to know everything that you do. Every dollar that you spend, where you spend it, how you spend it, what you do, where you are, what you think. And if you do not comply, they'll destroy you. They might not destroy you physically, but they'll destroy your finances, your reputation, your career. They'll do everything in their power to keep you enslaved, to keep you in the system, to keep you looking at the illusion, the shadows on the wall, feeling like you're living a life of freedom, but in reality, you're living a lie, a complete lie.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute...
Listen to this, guys. Please listen to this. This isn't some bullshit, okay? I need you to listen to this. The central bank, a private institution,
central bank will have absolute control.
Absolute control. They are telling you, our money that we are creating that will be programmable, we will have absolute control on the rules and regulations of how this money is spent.
On the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what
the guy literally, guys, the head of the Bank of International Settlements, they settle international money, has literally just told you that they are working on a technology where they're going to take money, and it won't be real money, it'll just be like a coupon, where they'll be able to program it and unprogram it left, right, and center, change the rules as they want to, print as much of it as they want to. If you don't obey, you don't follow the rules, and you don't get the jab, and you don't take the pills, and you don't comply, and you don't watch the news, they can deprogram your money. They'll tell you what to spend it on, what not to spend it on, and you'll be a complete slave. That's why it's pretty important. It's pretty important to start getting serious about your life. It's important to start getting serious about your life. The reason I became serious about my life and why I made millions of dollars wasn't so that I could, get a Lambo and flex on the broke boys. It wasn't for that bullshit. It was because I wanted freedom. You cannot be a man unless you're free. You cannot be a man unless you're free. That is the number one step to freedom, is understanding. You can't understand things unless you are focused, unless you're dedicated, unless you are intentional. I talk a lot about intentionality, living a life of intention, a life of purpose. Most people wake up like accidents. Most people don't know why they do what they do. They have the dollar, they go and work for the dollar, but they don't know why they got the dollar. They've been told that the dollar is the greatest thing ever since they've been born, that you got to buy gold, that you got to buy your girl a diamond ring, and the girl's been told that, well, if a guy doesn't give you a diamond ring, then he doesn't truly love you. These are all psyops to keep you stupid, psyops to keep you enslaved and spending your hard-earned money on bullshit. While these guys, these fat fucks, are here getting mad rich, right? Mad rich on your dime, getting mad rich, stealing from you. And this is something I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, left-wing, liberal, blah, 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 all this bullshit-ass nonsense, right? I don't care. The truth is, it applies to you. We can all agree. So how do you get out? First, you must free your mind. You must understand that most of the things that you believe are a lie. By the way, guys, we got 485 people here. Shout out to everybody. Today we got about an hour-long stream. We got one more video. I got some other work to do today. Got some money to make. I got 2 text messages, extremely important messages from 2 very important people regarding some monetary things that are going to be taking place. By the way, guys, Capital Club Europe is going to be taking place in September. You guys will be hearing about how to book your spot on that. We have 485 people live, I believe. I want 485 likes. It costs you nothing. Wow. Guys, if you're not awake, if this isn't bothering you, you know, the information that I'm sharing with you is information that that people don't share. You're not going to get this on the news. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get this anywhere. You're going to get it here. You're going to get it here. You need to start look at yourself today in the mirror and be like, bro, is this the life that I really want to live? A life of slavery, a life where I'm subjugated to the system, a life where, you know, if I misbehave, they steal everything from me. Do I really want to live a life where the government tells me, you know, if I don't want this chick anymore and I'm married to her, I got to give her 50% of everything. I got it, all this bullshit. You have to understand that every government organization is in it to control every aspect of your life. Do you know that driver's licenses in the United States, I don't know about the rest of the world, do you know that you can technically drive without a driver's license? Even the cops don't know this shit. A driver's license is necessary for commercial travel. This is in the law, federal law. You only need a driver's license for commercial driving. But if you're doing point A to point B leisure traveling, right? You technically do not need a driver's license, nor do you need license plates. But most of you guys do what you've been told since the moment you were born because that's all you know. If you guys see my car here, you'll realize exactly what I mean. Do your own research. Do your own research regarding this topic. But of course, you can't not have a license because the drones that are in blue suits and enforcing rules that they don't understand themselves, right, and like to exert power upon the weak, they don't know the rules either. So, yes, and that's real. You can do your own research. You can literally just start looking up why driver's licenses aren't real. Even your social security number, right? You have an EIN in the bank and you have a social security number. Your social security number is a tax identification number that's assigned to you at birth, but you are a corporation that is listed as a bond. You have a price, you are a product, and the government doesn't view you as an individual. They view you as an entity. That's why when you get put in jail, they don't put away in jail the free human that you are. They put in jail, right, the entity, right? And you can study all these things. These are all real things. They're real things. I want to explain something about how these organizations work and, you know, GOV and things of this nature. They're the biggest mobsters of all time. Imagine I have a crew, right? A crew of like 100 dudes. And we go into we walk down a road and we go to every business, right? And we tell them, we'll protect you, right? But you got to give us 50% or 30%. We'll protect you, but you got from all these foreign enemies, but you got to give us 30%. We'll make sure that your streets are clean, but you got to give us 30%. We'll make sure that the roads are good, but you got to give me 30%. If I was just a random dude and I enforced you to do that because it's forcing, what would you call me? You'd call me a mobster. You would say I would have cases of racketeering over my head. But because you guys have allowed somebody else to do it, you call them the government. You call them the boss. Oh, man. We'll protect you, but we'll protect you from these foreign powers. We'll protect you from these little farmers in Yemen that are getting bombed. Man, it's unbelievable that people are not awake, that people are not able to realize these things. But that's why we're here, right? There's a lot of young cats watching the stream. Guys, my first recommendation is don't go to university. That's the first recommendation. University is a waste of time, to waste the money, to scam from top to bottom, every single one of them. They're there to continue indoctrinating you. And everybody in life is all about chasing the bullshit, doing what you've been told, You arrive in first grade, they tell you got to study, you study, you get A's. Okay, perfect. You don't get A's, you get B's. They tell you do better, you got to get A's. Isn't that the most psychotic fucking behavior? Imagine telling a 14-year-old, imagine looking at a 14-year-old with disdain, with disgust because they got a C or a D in their grade because they don't fucking care about that dumbass tectonic plate, planets and all that bullshit that doesn't affect your life, right? Imagine you call a kid a failure because his focus isn't your focus. And that's the reality that a lot of these kids live in. That's the reality that a lot of these people live in. They live in a reality that is fabricated by other individuals. And if that's you, you can be free, but you have to take control of your life. You know? Quit playing the fucking Fortnite games, bro. Start picking up a book. Start living life. Start questioning your beliefs. Now, it's a little bit difficult if you have no money and you live under your parents' roof and you have nowhere to go. But then you have to start plotting your escape plan, right? Like how do you get out? How do you plot your escape plan? Well, the first one is you need a network and you need a community and you need money. That is the 101. We understand this, right? Us wealthy people, we understand this. But you can't have money unless you know what money is. So tomorrow's stream, we're going to be breaking down the Federal Reserve, fractional reserve banking. What is money? And we're going to make sure that you guys get educated. But I want to make one point very fucking clear. Okay? I want to make one point extremely clear. And the point is, the central banks, which control the money supply, just as the Federal Reserve, the IMF, right? These guys are about to make money out of thin air. They're about to print money out of thin air. Thin air. And they're going to tell you, oh shit, I was not recording the stream, guys, damn it. Anthony, you're going to kill me. I didn't record this, bro. Oh well, who cares, right? On to the next one. Start recording from here. Is this recording? Test, stop recording. Hang on. Oh, I think I was recording. Test widgets. Damn it. I clicked the... Is this the recording? Let me give me start recording. There we go. Anyways. I was not recording, guys. It's all good. Doesn't matter. I delete half of these videos anyway because most people aren't ready for them. So since most people aren't ready for them, I'm just not going to give it to them. I'm going to start recording it now. We'll keep moving. Let me turn on some of this AC. It's kind of hot in here. We got 500 people watching. It's Saturday. Most people last night got drunk. They got wasted. They wasted a ton of time. They wasted money. They made somebody else's dreams come true. What about your dreams? What about your life? You're not willing to sacrifice anything, bro. Most people aren't willing to sacrifice anything. They want to have all the pleasures in life, but they're not willing to sacrifice anything in life in order to get that. But you are different. I know you're different. That's why you're here. We're going to watch one more video, guys. It's called In Shadow. Oh, somebody said it's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday, Saturday, same thing. When you got money, days don't really matter. Monday's Thursday, Thursday's Friday, Friday's whatever. We have 495 viewers here. Before I play this last video, I need 495 likes. We got 502 people here. Before I play this final video that's gonna wake you the fuck up, okay? I need you guys to click the like button. Anthony, tell me when we hit that number, okay? Like the damn video, or we're not playing this shit. Anthony, give me the green light when you want me to play this video for all the people on stream. Bro, when you're rich, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. When you got money, Monday's Thursday, you don't gotta clock in. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the same thing I did today while all the peasants go to work. You know, on Saturday, the peasants are gonna be like, oh, it's my day off, let's go fishing. Oh, but they, you know, what they're thinking about on Saturday and Sunday is how dreadful Monday's going to be. And on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, they're going to be thinking about how amazing Friday is going to be when they get to go back home. And they live the life of slavery consistently and persistently, always and forever, because they do not think. If you can think outside of the box, days don't fucking matter. Calendars, all this bullshit, all this garbage, it's man-made, fabricated. Why should you work 5 days a week? I work every single day. I work on my dreams. I work on my future every single day. I'm not working on anybody else's future. I'm not working on anybody else's dreams. I'm working on my own shit. And I do that every single day. All right, we need 100 more likes. Don't be a fucking pleb. Hit that like button and we're gonna run it up. If not, I'll just end the stream now.